A pleasant day. Today's discussion is all about Islamic philosophy. But first, let's discuss the Islam religion. Islam religion was founded by Muhammad. In Arabic, Muhammad means praiseworthy or highly praised. It started as a religious movement in 613 after death in Mecca and Medina in the Arabian Peninsula. Muhammad and his followers were persecuted by the Meccans, and so they flee to Medina in 622 after death. This flight was called Hijrah. Hijrah was marked as the advent of this young religion. The word Islam is the infinitive of the Arabic verb aslama, which means to submit or to surrender. The present particle of aslama is Muslim, and so a believer in Islam calls himself Muslim. Muslim means one submitting to Allah. Allah is the name of their God. Muslim are also called Saracens, which means Easterners. Quran is their holy scripture. Muhammad is the founder of Islam religion. He is known for his truthfulness, generosity, and sincerity. At the age of 40, he received his first revelation from Allah through Archangel Gabriel and continued for 23 years. Quran is their sacred scripture. It is compiled into a book form by Abu Bakr, the first caliph. It is consisted of 114 chapters with a total of 6,236 verses. The 6 Articles of Faith. In Islam, Muslim doctrine is often summarized in 6 Articles of Faith. These are the fundamental beliefs which every Muslim must ascribe to. The first is the belief in Allah. The central belief in Islam, and arguably the most important theme of Islam, is that there is one God. The Muslim name for God is Allah, which is Arabic for the God. The second is the belief in the angels. Angels in Islam are spiritually creatures that serve the purposes of Allah. They are messengers who rely communication to people and carry out other responsibilities. Angels such as Gabriel is mentioned in the Quran. Angels are often found in Islam art, revealing their importance to the Islamic worldview. The third is the belief in the divine revelations. The Quran is the most important writing in the religion of Islam and is the highest authority in both religion and legal matters. The word Quran means recitation in Arabic. Muslims believe the Quran to be an errorless record of the angel Gabriel's revelation to Muhammad from 610 until his death in 632 after death. It is also believed to be a perfect copy of a Quran that has existed eternally in paradise. The fourth is the belief in the messenger. Muhammad is the most important historical and theological figure in Islam. His name, which means highly praised, reflects this. Muhammad was born in Mecca in 570 after death. His father died before he was born, and his mother died when he was 6 years old. Muhammad was then raised primarily by his uncle, for whom he worked as a shepherd. The fifth is the belief in the Day of Judgment. The afterlife is very important to the Islamic worldview. Muslims believe in the continued existence of the soul and the transformed physical existence after death. Islam teaches that there will be a day of judgment when all humans will be divided between the eternal destinations of paradise and hell. And last is the belief in the Al-Qadar. Islam teaches that God not only foreknows but also foreordains all that comes to pass in the world and in the lives of individuals. The 5 fundamental duties of a Muslim. The 5 fundamental duties of a Muslim are outlined in the Arkan al-Islam, or also known as the Pillars of Islam. Faithful Muslims are expected to follow each of these duties as a show of faith, ranging from daily and annual rites to once-in-a-lifetime feast of faith. The fulfillment of these duties is believed to bolster and spiritually purify both individuals and the Muslim community as a whole. The first is the profession of faith, also known as Shahada. The first pillar of Islam is Shahada, entailing a simple statement that affirms faith in the oneness of God and the prophetic mantle of His messenger. There is no God but God, and Muhammad is the messenger of God. Faithful utterance of the Shahada is all that is required for new converts to Islam to become a part of the Muslim community. It is followed by prayer, also known as Salat. One of the foremost duties in Islam is prayer. A public demonstration of faith, Muslim prayers are performed 5 times daily, before dawn, at noon, in the afternoon, following sunset, and in the evening. Prayers are directed toward Islam's holy site in Mecca, and a ritual sequence of reverence motion is followed, including bowing, prostration, and kneeling in a show of devotion to God. Prayers repeat lines from the opening surah of the Quran known as Fatiha, following which worshippers repeat Shahada. The third is the almsgiving, also known as Zakat. It is every Muslim's duty to pay a tax of 2.5% of their wealth to further charitable causes. Such include feeding the poor, aiding in Muslim missionary work, paying ransoms for captives, and supporting anyone at all in need. Specific thresholds have been designated regarding different types of wealth, and anyone who does not meet such is exempted from paying this religious tax. The fourth is the fasting, also known as Swam. During the holy month of Ramadan, Muslims have a duty to fast from sunrise until sunset. This fast entails a complete abstention from food, drink, smoking, and sexual activity, representing each Muslim's willingness to put God before all bodily desires while drawing attention to the plight of poor. Muslim women who are pregnant, nursing or recovering from childbirth, and any Muslims who are traveling, sick, or undertaking jihad are not obligated to fast during Ramadan, although they are expected to make up for missed fast as soon as they are able. The last of the 5 pillars of Islam is the Hajj, or pilgrimage to Mecca, a trip which all Muslims hope to complete at least once during their lifetimes. There are numerous rites and rituals in the Hajj, including circumambulation of Kaaba, standing vigil on the plains of Mount Arafat, and casting stones at representations of Satan. This pilgrimage is undertaken by all Muslims who are capable of the journey, both physically and financially. The educational institutions. Madrasa, an Islamic college, a center for religious and legal studies. It originated in eastern Iran in the 10th century. Nizam al-Mulk. He is the architect of Madrasa as a state-sponsored institute of higher education. He is also the Prime Minister of the Seljuk Empire. Memorization is the method of instruction in Madrasa. Maktab, a 5-year course elementary school. After education, both boys and girls simultaneously. Primary education. It is attended by students 6 to 14 years old. Quran, Islamic metaphysics, language, literature, Islamic ethics, and manual skills are being taught. Secondary education. It is the period of specialization. Reading, manual skills, literature, preaching, medicine, geometry, trade and commerce, craftsmanship are being taught. Madrasa, generally of 8 years. Persian language is taught for having better knowledge of Urdu, mostly run by donations from Muslim community. Jamia, It is the University of Muslim Education. The Rule Quran, made specially for hits, which is memorizing the glorious Quran by heart, and Tajweed, which is learning the art of reciting the glorious Quran in 10 different ways. Students learn the rules and regulations of pronouncing and articulating the glorious Quran. Contributions to science and technology. In the field of mathematics, Arabs replaced the Roman numerals with figures borrowed from the Hindus. They were the first to use the zero decimal notation and gave the digits the value of precision. Algebra was virtually the creation of Arabs. They developed trigonometry. They conceptualized the sine, cosine, tangent, and cotangent. They used math in the study of physics and astronomy for measuring the earth, the calculating the angle of the ecliptic, and precession of the equinoxes. In the field of physics, they made discoveries in optics, refraction of light, gravity, capillary attraction, twilight, and other natural phenomena. In the field of astronomy, they invented pendulum clock, astronomical instruments, and globe, showing that Earth was round. In the field of chemistry, they discovered alcohol, potash, silver nitrate, and sulfuric acid. Also led to the development of metallurgy and ceramics. They also made beautiful objects out of gold, silver, copper, iron, and steel, and in making and shaping glass and pottery. The Damascus and Toledo blades are also their inventions. In the field of agriculture, they knew scientific breeding of cattle and horses and the horticultural secrets of grafting to produce new varieties of fruits and flowers. They used fertilizers and crop rotation. They adopted Egyptian system of irrigation of water wheels, floodgates, and pumps. They produced paper, rice, cotton, spinach, saffron, sugar, and many fruits and introduced them to Europe. In the field of architecture, Moorish architecture was not only elaborately beautiful with wood and stone carvings and tile intricately patterned in colors, but also practical and durable. Mosques and places in Cordova and Seville in Spain, and the Alhambra in Granada and the Taj Mahal in India